Jason Faulkner, aka Shop Weasel, and this is my GE Plus LED light that I just paid like $15 for. And what a sorry sack of engineering this is. The get some light on this. The screw-in receptacle was just compression fitted on the bulb. It has regular standard light LEDs and then color changing lights with a multifunction control. I was just now outside making my evening's final adjustments for my hopeful show. But now I've apparently lost my center stage light effort. The good news is I do have some hour setting Gorilla Glue, this expanding foam stuff, which I love. Somewhere in here it is. I've got my Gorilla Glue. I'm going to try to repair this thing. What a miserable experience. So, I'll make a video of it. Apparently, this is just snapped on here. It really isn't bonded on here. And from what I see, there is a cavity groove here for the negative contact, or one polarity on the outside electrode. And the other appears to be just sort of loosely pressed against the center node activator, which is an iffy situation now, folks. Man, what a cheap freaking light bulb. Huh. Yeah, this just fell out of the housing, out of the dome that I bought for this brand new also at the same time. I was just adjusting my light and the damn thing fell out. Pitifully cheap. Now I'm just guessing. I brought my long needle nose in. It's just a matter of guessing and praying once I bond this that it's going to hit the center arc. Doesn't look like a very safe bulb. But that's our times, you know. I'm not going to complain about it. Everything's sort of funky, hinky, whatever. Luckily, I got this quick setting glue I can count on. I know it works. I'll just have to breathe the damn fumes. But I'll use minimal amounts. And guesstimate that this baby's going to touch the center of this. And it's a concave center, so it's going to help guide this wire up in there. I don't know. I just don't know. Man, this sucks. This really sucks, folks. So here we go. I don't know, I'm going to get something to dip some of this glue out. Let it set an hour and it'll be cured. It's always something, it seems. Well, we know it's always something. I got 2 pair of forceps here. We'll just pick the smooth, jawless ones that non-serrated to dip my glue in. I don't know if you can see this or not. I doubt it, but the center is a concave bowl shape to direct this wire to touch the node, the narrow little space to make the center connection current. That's cheap. It's a nice light bulb. I mean, it puts out good light, but man, How funky. I don't know how else to test it, you know. If it's going to get current once I bond this down on there is a guessing game. I might get electrocuted now. I don't know what to say. I snapped it back on. You know, once I twist this in, I'm not going to be able to seal it. I'll seal it now, you know, I guess. What a, you know, if GE's building them like this, I'm sure all of them ain't that great. I don't know. You know, for the kicks of it in the past, I've looked, you know, in the recent past, like in this past year, looking at my cart, thinking I can pander it for a mobility cart for Hollywood. I looked at some of their carts, and I mean, you got like the commercial regular grade carts that people have available to them in society, like Harbor Freight, Lowe's, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, stuff like that. And these carts in those areas are like $100, $200, $300, and then it gets thinned out. You know, the market. You start seeing less and less of them, and then you go to like Grainger or some specialty place, and their carts just like 500, 1,000, 1,500, 6,500. You know, it's that sort of realm of differentiality and things, that divide that we know is there, or some of us know is there. You know, that's there. You know, and there's lights like that too. I've noticed. You know, you got all these lights like 20, 30, 50, 100, 150, $200, and then 1,200, 1,800, 2,500, 50,000, crazy stuff, you know? And that's this is definitely on our end of the spectrum over here, folks. I'm over here huffing glue. I don't know if it's made connection in the center, but I know I've got it glued. This stuff sort of expands a little too. I'm minimalizing my exposure to the fumes by just, you know, I put my little ribbon of it on around it. Now I'm wiping my forceps off, and that's got to be good enough. And you're supposed to wet this after you apply it. It helps it cure by expanding. You know, it's a chemical process. The glue gets contaminated with the water and it reacts. So I've just dipped this in the stream of water because it is freezing outside. We'll just let the warmth do its thing. In an hour, I'll pray that I've made connection. If not, I'll start over because I want my light. It illuminates my subjects. Oh boy, it's always something. I just went out there to sweep my deck off in the filming area of my little portage that I cleaned the window of just now outside. Just getting everything set up, you know. And there's the dome on that home shoddy stand that I made right there on a bottle jack with a piece of wood. But the damn light bulb just fell out of the dome. I was like, oh no, because I'd just been out there sweeping and cleaning. That way I get better photographs, videos. It's been snowing and all this and that, on and off. There's my little happy plant. There's all the wildlife. And back here is my miserable happenstance. And as you can see, I've got the glue around it. It's been wetted. I mean, even this outer metal, the filament that touches it, it hangs outside of the bulb, outside of the area somewhere. There it is. Total cheap. Cheap. It's cheap. It's cheap. But it works good. Awesome light. Good clean light. All the functions work on it. You know, the remote. It's got a built-in timer that even acknowledges you, like you pressed the set button 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 times, and it stays on that many hours, and it blinks back at you once you're done pressing your button up to 8 times to let you know and confirm that how long it's going to stay on. Everything on it works. I mean, it all is functionally perfect. Dimmable, color selecting, even color changing, the timing that the colors change and the density of them, all that works. Just that these people have cut a corner that is inexcusable. You know, it's nonsense. They said, we'll just crimp it on there. And that's what they did. Little dimples. You see the little dimplings. Total crap. Well, it's bonded now. As soon as this dries here in a few, I guess we'll turn it on its side. Help it run. Well, I guess it don't hurt running down that way. We'll just leave it up. As you can see, it's already reacting a little. You see little air bubbles in it. It's pretty warm in here. I've got it insulated in here to the max. We're in for 4 days of sub-zero weather at night, and I don't think it's going to get over freezing for the most part for the next 4 days. Maybe one day during the midday it's going to. See that wire hanging out? Be careful when you buy one of these. I mean, look at it. If you accidentally grab it even while you're installing it, it's going to poke the hell out of you. It'll get you. It's got a dusk to dawn thing on it too, a sensor. I just leave it unplugged during the day. I'm using it for my photographic light. And it works. It's good light. It's so intense and strobish. I mean, if you put the color strobing on, it might keep the raccoons away. Who knows? I tried it. I didn't see no raccoons that night that I had the color strobe on, just for half a night, you know, from dusk till midnight. And it finally dawned on me, you know, I didn't see any. I was like, fuck, I probably scared the poor guys silly with that. So I just went out and put it on the regular light, and they're slowly coming back. Jason Faulkner from East Tennessee. Check out my evening or nighttime videos throughout the night as I harvest usable footage. I will be posting it. Thank you.